Canada's identity is under serious threat. Massive waves of immigration are deeply shaking the culture, and the quality of life is quickly declining. Today, immigrants make up 20% of Canada's population. At this rate, could Canadians find themselves a minority in their own country within 10 or 20 years? This transformation isn't just impacting the social fabric of Canada, it's putting a massive strain on housing, public services, and much more. Has Canada finally reached a tipping point with its open door policy, or is this just a temporary shift? In this video, we'll explore the causes behind the dramatic changes in Canada's immigration policies. Canada is a nation with a rich cultural heritage. Centuries-old traditions and shared values are the foundation of this society. But today, this robust cultural framework is being tested by rapid immigration. Canada's current immigration numbers exceed what the system can handle. This is no longer just about diversity, it's about social cohesion, identity, and culture. In just 1 year, Canada's population grew by 1.3 million people, fueling concerns that Canada might be taking in too many immigrants too quickly. The rising population is straining every resource, from housing to healthcare, from education to job security. By 2023, the average price of a home in Canada reached $700,000, making home ownership nearly impossible for many Canadians. The healthcare system, too, is facing a severe crisis. Hospitals are overflowing, and classrooms are over capacity. Many Canadians are now worried about job security and the rising cost of living. As immigrants compete for already limited resources, frustration and discontent are spreading across the nation. Canadians have always been tolerant toward immigrants, but surveys reveal that many now want limits on the number of immigrants admitted each year. Canada's economy has a limited absorption capacity. When population growth surpasses what housing, infrastructure, and job opportunities can sustain, it affects everyone. However, the government has been slow to act on these concerns. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has defended increasing immigration levels, arguing that these policies drive economic growth. Since taking office, Trudeau has raised the annual immigration target from 300,000 to 400,000, with plans to reach 500,000 by 2025. But this isn't just an economic issue. This transformation brings with it concerns about Canadian culture and identity. Many Canadians worry about the kind of country their children and grandchildren will grow up in. While the government and media frame this situation as economic growth and the power of diversity, some feel these narratives may be obscuring the reality. So why are more Indians choosing Canada? Canada's fast-track immigration system attracts thousands of skilled workers from countries like India. In 2023 alone, over 85,000 Indians immigrated to Canada. With its quality of life, strong healthcare, and education infrastructure, Canada remains highly attractive to many Indians. In fact, in 2023, Canada even applied a cap on work permits in an attempt to limit this massive influx. But that hasn't stopped Canada from being a popular destination. And immigrants aren't just settling in Canada, they are also crossing the US-Canada border in increasing numbers. Over the past 3 years, the number of illegal border crossings from the US into Canada has surged by 1,000%. These border crossings are raising serious concerns about the security of Canada's immigration system. According to the 2021 census, roughly 8.3 million people in Canada, about 23% of the population, are foreign-born. Canada's immigration rate is now surpassing that of countries like the US, with nearly all population growth driven by immigration. By 2025, the goal is to admit 500,000 new immigrants each year. While many countries are capping immigration, Canada remains committed to its policies. Canada has long been known as a nation that welcomes immigrants. But as the open door policy continues, the risk of a divided society grows. Cultural and ethnic differences are deepening, and many Canadians feel that social cohesion is weakening. It's time for an honest discussion about immigration policies. What is the cost of Canada's immigration policies? How much of its cultural heritage and social unity can Canada preserve? While Canadians embrace the importance of economic growth and diversity, they prepare to pay the price of this change. Will Canada continue to be a nation of countless immigrants, or will we see a shift by the end of this process? The future of Canada's identity and social harmony lies in the steps taken next.